so much for joining us today. It is Friday, June 16th, and I'm excited to meet you via webinar. Just let's get a couple of housekeeping things out of the way. My goal is to be interactive with you, so I will be pausing. I have a lot of material to provide you, but I'll be pausing from time to time. Because we are anticipating a large number of people on the webinar, what I would like to encourage you to do is ask questions via the chat box or the question box. And I will pause and ask the question out loud so that everyone knows the question, and then do the best I can to respond. So again, please be interactive. If I cannot respond to a question for some reason, whether it's time or I need to research the answer, I will let you know. And also always feel free to connect with me offline because I'm here to serve you. I want to make sure that you get the most out of your membership. Also want to make sure that you're engaged throughout this webinar. So I will be providing kind of tidbits of information regarding PIHRA, its history, our programs, our upcoming conference. And so at the end of this webinar, which I'm hoping it'll end right around 12:45, I will be putting out one trivia question. And the first person to reply to the trivia question, again, via chat box, will win something. And I'll show it that something to you now. If I can get this to move forward. So whoever responds will be getting this beautiful PIHRA Padfolio. And so anyways, let's have a good time together. And again, please write any questions in the chat box so that I can answer them. And I'll be pausing from time to time to see if there are questions. Okay. So just so that you get to know who some of the players are, I am the person in the middle, Lily Arguello. I'm the membership manager, and I actually have a background in organizational development and was a member, a PIHRA member, way before I ever dreamed of becoming a staff person here. Very accessible. I'm really good at email, so my goal is to get back to you within 24 hours of a working week. And if not, I'm going to introduce Elisa Sapian to you in a moment. She's my backup, so she'll be able to help you. Elisa.
Hi. Excuse me. Hi, everyone. I am Elisa, and I'm on the far right. I've been here with PIHRA for almost a year now, and it's been great. I love coming here to work. And if you ever need anything, please do call us, email us. We're always available, and we do our best to help you out and reply back to you within 24 hours. So please do call us. My direct line is there on the screen, and I hope this webinar is very useful and you enjoy all this information that we're providing you guys with.
Great, thank you, Elisa. She's my right hand here, and she's great, and really takes her time to help our members. Also on this slide is Andrea Moroso. She's the VP of Membership Development. She's a volunteer leader on the PIHRA board, and she's also very passionate about PIHRA and willing to help and is very responsive. I will get into this a little bit more, but we are primarily volunteer-led. So our members really have been critical at helping us grow and become the association that is kind of the largest SHRM chapter in the nation, and also having one of the most spectacular conferences on the West Coast. And so if you're interested in volunteering, please reach out to us. We'd love to have you. Okay, so what is the PIHRA mission? Our mission is to provide communities, professional development, and resources to advance human resource professionals. And so what I'm doing today with you is going through, like, what are those communities that we provide? What types of professional development can you expect? And what are those resources that we provide members so they can advance and really we want to make sure that you're getting what you need. There might be people who want to advance in their HR career. There might be people who just want to make their jobs a little easier. And how do we do that? And there might be HR practitioners that just feel alone. They're an HR department of one. And so our communities really provide that, that resource so they can find a sounding board out there to talk to someone who's perhaps gone through similar situations and can share how they've resolved those HR dilemmas that we all have. So anyway, that's our mission. Oops, I went backwards. Now, I talked to you a little bit about us being volunteer-led. So here, Patty Ann Sprinkle is the 2017 president of the PIHRA Board of Directors. She has over 30 years experience as an HR practitioner. She's recently retired and made the decision that I'm going to give back to my HR community. And so she's spending a lot of time working with our volunteer leaders. She has helped us launch our strategic planning process so we can start planning for the next 3 to 5 years and how we're going to invest our time and what research we need to figure out where we should invest so that our members get the most out of it. Also in this slide is Rafael Rivera. He's our executive director. He's been with us, I think it's 7 years now. He's coming up on his anniversary. And, you know, I think that he has been critical at helping us grow. We are now at 4,100 members. We have a top-notch program. He's really top-notch programming. And our conference is second to none here on the West Coast. So, and you'll see a little bit more about that as we move forward. But, you know, we need you. We need our members to let us know how we're doing and to help us continue to grow. You know, we were founded by members. Back in 1944, a group of personnel managers got together and they wanted to discuss how could they move the HR profession forward. What were the skills and the educational needs that HR managers back then, personnel managers or industrial relations folks, what did they need to progress? What did organizations need from them? And so this group of individuals got together, and the first place they met was downtown Los Angeles. So, and then they decided to call the organization PIHRA, P-I-R-A, the Personnel and Industrial Relations Association. So we are, gosh, more than 70 years old now, and at this time in the webinar, I like to say we're older than SHRM. And you know, that's why we're here, because of this group of wonderful personnel professionals. They wanted to make sure that HR people had what they needed and had a group, a round table to discuss key issues at. 10 years later, they started the PIHRA annual conference. So this year, we're at our 60th anniversary with the California HR Conference, which used to be known as the PIHRA Conference. Now it's the California HR Conference. So that just kind of gives you a sense of how much we've grown and where we've taken this association. So what do our members look like? Who makes up our membership? So it shouldn't be too much of a surprise, but 83% of our members are female. Other important information on this slide is that 35.5% of our members are HR certified. So that tells me that the HR certification piece is very important to our profession. are, I'll share this in a moment as well, but we have HR certification prep courses. We also offer, all of our monthly programs offer HR certification, recertification credits. Also, for almost 40% of our members are at the manager or generalist level. So that gives you a sense of our primary audience, but we also have a substantial amount of members who are at the director or above level in HR. I don't see any questions yet, so I'm going to continue to talk a little bit more about the value of the PIHRA membership. So I've decided that it was important to quantify that value, and from time to time I get emails saying, well, what do I get for my $150? What is it that I am purchasing? And I think what is priceless and what I'm going to discuss over and over again in this webinar is the connections and the face-to-face networking that you receive and that you are allowed to have at a local level with being a member. I've spoken to several members, and one of the top things they say is those relationships that I get to build at monthly meetings and at socials are invaluable to me. One of our, actually, one of our volunteers, Paula Cohen, has shared in several meetings that she met her best friend at a PIHRA meeting 20 years ago, and they still volunteer with PIHRA. They still do things together, and they have a lot of fun together. So I think that's priceless, especially for those people who feel like they can't have conversations within their department or within their organizations about what is going on, what their challenges are. This is a great place to meet someone that you can have those confidential conversations with. We also have a PIHRA Live, which is a telephone-based consulting service with a senior HR certified person. You get 12 calls per year. That alone is valued at approximately $1,200. And you can call that number that's on the screen between 6 a.m. and 5 p.m. on Monday through Friday. So they're great. I've called the service asking about some advice regarding hiring, and they answered my phone call right away, and they got back to me with some documentation I can use to help me resolve the issue I was having. PIHRA Comply is an award-winning HR compliance center, and these are services that are fueled through our partner Think HR, in case you're wondering. So it is a separate online platform, but you get this for free with your PIHRA membership. So this compliance center includes an employee handbook builder, so if you need to refresh yours or build one quickly, this is great, and also will, I'm sure, get you a pat on the back at the job place. It has a job description builder and hundreds of sample memos and forms and checklists. It has employment law summaries for all 50 states. It has webinars, white papers, so there's a wealth of information there. And actually I was going to get into it a little bit more, but I think just here you're getting $2,000 worth of value for $150. I see a question, so let me pause. Okay. So the HR Live, they are all the people who are replying to the telephone calls are HR certified through HRCI and or SHRM. They are not attorneys, so I would not utilize them to provide legal advice. If you're ever dealing with, because there's so much money at stake when you're dealing with employment law, I must suggest that you contact an employment attorney. HR Live is a great place to begin, but you should also be maybe networking within PIHRA to ask if anyone can refer you to an employee attorney who has helped them, or start doing that research on your own. So the question is, HR Live call line, are all of them HR certified, and is anyone an attorney providing advice? So yes, HR certified, no on the attorney side. Please seek out an employment law attorney and have someone that you can call, either that they are on retainer or it's someone that your organization trusts with employment law issues. So great question. Okay, so I'm not going to go into all of this chart, but the main idea is how much value you're getting out of the PIHRA membership, and to make sure that you are seeking out that value for yourself. Something that's new is the PIHRA premium benefit level, and what this chart is showing you is the difference between your regular PIHRA membership and the benefits with that and the PIHRA premium. So with PIHRA Comply, you do get it with your annual membership. However, the one difference is that it's a federal handbook, employee handbook builder. With the PIHRA premium, you get the 50-state employee handbook builder, which I get a lot of requests for. For PIHRA Live, you get 12 calls per year. With premium, it's unlimited calls per year. And again, what I like about PIHRA Live is that if your boss comes to you with this urgent employment legal matter, this is the one place that I would call immediately to get some guidance, and also calling your attorney. You want to make sure, as compliance is so important because the millions of dollars that an employee issue can cost the organization. So you'll always want to rely on this PIHRA Live piece to be one of the calls that you make. And it doesn't have to be employment law. It could be anything. It could be how to approach a difficult employee. What are the new laws that you need to consider when you're hiring or interviewing people, so that you can keep up to date and get any backup materials that you need and get it quickly. PIHRA Learn, now this is what I was wowed at. So PIHRA Learn does not come with the regular membership, but it comes with the PIHRA Premium. And basically it's an enterprise-wide online learning management system. It has over 200 courses, including the mandatory AB 1825, I believe, is the course, the mandatory sexual harassment course for all managers. So you can take all of your managers through it. It includes course tracking tracks, so you can create online tracks for your employees. So for example, if you have a customer service employee, you can create a track for them to take a series of these online courses. There's also certificates that it will generate for your employees, and it'll allow you on the back end to track if an employee has completed the course or not. This is a $10,000 value, and I think this is kind of where the huge value is here. All right, I don't see any questions at this time, so I'm going to continue moving forward. If you're not a member, I think that I have some people on the call who may not be members yet, or if you have some colleagues who you want to tell tell them about PIHRA. We have a Try Before You Buy campaign coming up in July. It is free to register as a trial member, and then you get a free demo of the PIHRA Premium. You'll get the membership rate at monthly meetings and for webinars, and then if you activate by August 5th and become a member, you get a $25 discount. So it's a great way to test out if you want to make that investment. I see a question, so let's. Okay, on the PIHRA premium, are there any other options, pricing options? Unfortunately not. So you would, we say $87.50 per month, and you would be paying for the total amount of months that you have until your PIHRA expiration date. So you really can't get an enterprise learning system for $87.50 a month. There's just no way. So that's the lowest we can go. I don't anticipate having any campaigns, although I do believe we're going to be offering a 1-month demo for our members, but that is not all fleshed out yet. So if you do get an email about a 1-month demo of the PIHRA Premium and you're a member, please be one of the first people to respond to the email as instructed so that you can get that. And if you have any other questions about pricing on that, please just let's have the conversation offline. But really, that is, if you're thinking about it, it's $1,000 per year. So we priced it out so that it's $1,050 to be exact for the PIHRA Premium per year. And you get to, if you have 50 employees or if you have 25 employees, you kind of have to do the pricing comparison on your own. If you were to put all 25 of those employees through sexual harassment training, how much would that cost versus doing the PIHRA Premium. Now again, there's 200 courses through PIHRA Premium, so but we could have additional conversations about that offline. All right, so talks about trial membership. Let's continue to move forward about this networking piece. It's you know, one of the things that I really find our members focus in on, because a lot of our members are looking for their own board of directors, and they find that through PIHRA membership. They are looking for their next new challenging position, and so there's statistics out there that show that 80% of the people who land a job, they get it because of their network. So if you're not networking, I know I'm one of those people that always leave that to the last minute, or when I'm really looking for a resource out there or a recommendation to do something or for a position, you know, don't leave it. Make a goal for yourself to go out at least once a quarter to a professional event so you could start meeting people. It's just invaluable. And with PIHRA, you have the opportunity to connect with over 4,000 people representing HR practitioners, by the way, representing at least 2,500 different companies. We also have our PIHRA Legal Update and the California HR Conference, which are great places to connect with people as well. We have 17 chapters. Our chapters go as far north right now as the Antelope Valley and Ventura County. So for instance, our PIHRA Antelope Valley chapter meets out of Palmdale, and our PIHRA Ventura County chapter meets out of Camarillo, I think. Yes, Camarillo. We go as far east as Coachella Valley. That group meets out of Palm Desert. And we go as far south as PIHRA Southwest Riverside, that meets out of Temecula, and PIHRA South Orange County, which meets out of Newport Beach. Our largest chapter is PIHRA South Orange County. They have over 600 members. Their monthly meetings attract probably anywhere between 70 to 100 people, HR practitioners and related stakeholders every month. Our second largest is downtown Los Angeles. They meet out of the City Club, for example. So if any of you have any questions about the different chapters or haven't gone to a meeting, let me know. We have some socials that are coming up as well. So it's just a great place to get to know people. In addition, there is a charge to attend the monthly meetings, and the reason why is that not only are you networking, but there's a meal component and there's professional development at all of the monthly meetings where you can receive recertification credit, and it's also an investment in your HR skill building. So the cost really covers the meal and a little bit as a venue. We do the best we can to keep those prices down for our members, but yeah, there is a cost. I know there is a social, just so you know. It's pretty low cost. There's 2 socials coming up, but one that I probably won't mention as we move forward is PIHRA Santa Clarita. They meet out of Valencia. They have a social coming up in July, I believe, and they're doing a drawing during that social for a free registration to our California HR conference, which I'm going to tell you about in a moment. I'm really excited about that. So anyway, the socials are a great place to connect with people after work if you can't get away during the day. Most of the monthly meetings are either very early in the morning, so starting right around 7:30 for breakfast, and they're usually done by around 9, so you can get into the office a little later that morning, or they have lunch meetings, so anywhere starting from around 11:30 and going to 1:30. By the way, as a member, you do select your primary chapter, so that chapter that you'll probably go to most, but you can go to any of the chapter meetings and receive the same membership price. Okay, now we have 3 specialty groups that I like to tell all of our members about in case they don't know. PIHRA Foundation, these are all really close to my heart, but the PIHRA Foundation is a separate 501c3, and this is the group who raises money to help our members and just HR practitioners in general with getting the degree that they need to get the job that they want. They go out and serve the community with there's 2 workforce readiness booklets that they have created. One is called You and Your First Job, and they go to a lot of high schools or junior colleges and colleges at sometimes and talk about what are the different things that these individuals need to prepare for interviewing and prepare to get that job. They also work with veterans associations or organizations that have individuals who've been out of the workforce for a very long time and need that refresher or that training. So if you want to get involved in your community, this is a great organization to be a part of. I told you about the scholarships. Maybe you or someone you know on your team may want to get their HR certification, or they're getting their HR degree somewhere. Please tell them about the PIHRA Foundation. They give scholarships twice a year. The next, they have one in spring, so that just passed, and they have one in the fall. So I believe their next scholarship application time frame would be right around October, November. So I think November 18th would be the deadline. So just look out for that at PIHRA.org/foundation, which is their site. What's happening right now is they're offering 2 stipends to the California HR Conference. The deadline is July 7th. Please visit their site for more information. But I'll tell you right now, you must be an HR professional. Also, you must be in transition. And so I believe they define in transition as in between jobs, so not currently working in a full-time position. And you have to be willing to attend all 3 of the days of the conference. So it's just a great organization to be a part of. So please put in your scholarship application for that and get involved. They have a great silent auction and a raffle during our conference, which is super fun. So I see a question, so let me pause and see what the question is. So, what is the criteria for the scholarship? I just spoke about a couple of the criteria points. So you have to be in HR, you have to be in transition, so in between jobs, and you have to be willing and able to attend all 3 days and pay for any additional expenses that you may have in attending all 3 days. if you have any further questions, you can either reach out to me offline or just reach out directly to the foundation, and their information is available on their site. So thank you so much for the question. Let's see, Club PIHRA. This is a fun group of within the PIHRA family. They're all fun, but Club PIHRA is awesome. Their last event was a night with the Los Angeles Sparks. And this is a group that really caters to those HR practitioners who are responsible for hosting corporate events, so the Christmas party, the summer picnic, employee recognition things. So they want to connect you with vendors and venues and the different things that you need access to if you're responsible for that, employee discounts and things of that sort. Interestingly enough, though, they have a blast while they do that. They meet once a quarter. They've been meeting a little bit more lately because they have all these great sponsors. So the Staples Center sponsored an event for them, and all the people who attended the event got to see a game with the LA Sparks. They also, during these meetings, there's a cost because they also do a program that you can receive recertification credit for, and they provide a meal. So they have so much fun. They went to Medieval Times last month or last time. They did this great kind of restaurant hopping event at Universal City Walk, so check our calendar for them. They are just a great group of folks. Okay, I'm going to pause because there's a question. Love your questions. Let's see. Yes, there's a cost for these things. For example, PIHRA Young Professionals is a group of HR practitioners and or those interested in HR, so it could be students. These events are usually lower cost. From time to time, there's no-cost meetings, and I'm actually going to tell you about some additional meetings that we have, but always be on the lookout at our calendar, PIHRA.org/calendar. So let me tell you a little bit about PIHRA Young Professionals. I'm very passionate about working with youth. Side note, I come from the Greater Los Angeles Girl Scouts. That's where I started my career in association. So working with young people is my passion. I helped launch this event, this group in 2015, and they're just great. Now they're running their own programs and just doing a wonderful job. Their next event is on June 22nd. The title of the event is Keep Separation from Brewing. So basically the format is going to be several roundtables with younger HR practitioners, and all generations are going to be represented, and they're going to talk about what are the issues that may be separating us and how do we bring each other together. So this is a low-cost event at $15 with parking, food, drinks, and networking. It's kind of hard to beat, and it's in Huntington Beach at this venue that one of our volunteer leaders actually works there. It's Harbor Distributing Company, and they distribute all types of liqueurs and beers and wines, and so it's going to be a fun event. We do have some events, I'm going to pause for a moment, that are low cost or no cost. So there are several of our chapters. For example, PIHRA Burbank Glendale, they've been having meetings every Saturday for individuals who are in transition. I actually attended one of the meetings 2-3 weeks ago, and it was a great opportunity, I think, for everybody, because they had a speaker helping individuals with their elevator speech and identifying what is that elevator speech, what are the key elements of an elevator speech, what are the sorts of things that someone should be doing to find the job, what is the research that goes into finding that job or that next challenge. And there's a lot of work. It takes time and work to find your next position or that position. That was free. There was another one that they did last week, or it's coming up this week, how to listen like a dog, and it was free. They held them in Glendale at the Avery Dennison corporate offices, and so there are some low-cost and no-cost meetings out there. PIHRA Pasadena, for example, does a monthly book club where, again, on Saturday that you could attend, and they review a book in the business or HR area and discuss it, have sometimes the author come out. So anyways, there's a lot of different things to do. We also have some online networking opportunities. So there's the PIHRA forum. There's instructions here. By the way, you're going to get these slides. So don't worry if you're not capturing everything in writing. I will get these slides to you immediately after this call. There is the PIHRA LinkedIn group. You should have received an invite to join the group when you joined. If not, please go to the PIHRA group. So just go to LinkedIn and search PIHRA or Professionals in Human Resource Association and ask to join the group, and I'll make sure, if you're a member, I'll make sure to get you in. All HR practitioners are automatically approved to get in. If you're not an HR practitioner, say you work for a staffing agency or you're kind of a natural partner of HR, I will ask you to join PIHRA, because we just want to make sure that the members of our group aren't being sold to in an aggressive way. We're on Facebook, so follow us or join our Facebook group or like our company page on Facebook. There's also PIHRA's social link. So when you log in to PIHRA.org, there's also a way to connect with people here, and it's kind of like a Facebook interface. So if that's something that's interesting to you, please go ahead and connect with people there. So now the professional development piece, and I'm running out of time because I talked your ear off early, but just quickly, all members get at least $15 off the monthly meeting rates. So that's a great benefit for our members, and also you get the member rate at our PIHRA seminars and the annual conference. Now for the annual conference, I'm so excited about this year's conference. It's on August 28th through the 30th, and it is jam-packed full of learning opportunities, social events, exhibitors. Oh gosh, we're selling out in terms of our exhibit space because there's so many people who want to exhibit. We have over 2,500 HR practitioners and HR stakeholders attending. We have 75 learning sessions for you to choose from. We have great keynote speakers. One of them is Damon John from Shark Tank, who's going to be talking about how he deals with managing human capital at his companies and what he looks for when he's investing in a company with respect to human capital. We also have Janet Evans, Olympic gold medal swimmer, who will be speaking. There's something for everybody here. We have social events on Monday night. We have a great social on Tuesday. We'll be celebrating our 60th anniversary. It's just incredible. I have so much fun. It's really tiring for us staff. We're there from 5:30 in the morning till 9 o'clock at night, but I look forward to it every year. And please go to the conference site at CAHR17.org to see the different tracks that we have available in terms of learning. So for instance, there's a leadership track, there is a talent management and strategy track, there is an employment law track, there's a nonprofit track. So there's something for everybody, and if you need help persuading your boss to allow you to use your training budget for this, there are resources for you, and you can contact me for more information on that. We have online learning, so please log on to our online learning system. You would have access to recorded webinars on there and any on-demand products. We have last year's conference on there. I believe it may not be free at this point. I'm not quite sure, but if you have any questions on that, we can help you. Tools and discounts. So this is where I talk about the PIHRA workplace, and I talked about it at length at the beginning. So we have PIHRA comply. Oops. And I was just trying to highlight this for you. We have PIHRA comply and PIHRA live here, and PIHRA learn. So let's talk a little bit more about these. So as I mentioned, these services are fueled through Think HR. So there is a separate login for that. So you'll want to go to PIHRA.org/workplace. Your username is going to be the email address we have in your PIHRA profile, and you should receive a welcome email from Think HR, and that's how you get your password. So the welcome email is through the welcome email helps you set your password. So that's really important for you to know. You also, I'm moving forward. PIHRA Live we talked about a little bit, and that's the phone number I gave you at the beginning of the call. Here's some stats on how they help you resolve any issues that you may have or any questions you have. PIHRA Comply, here's all the things related to PIHRA Comply that you have access to, and so it's very much a robust offering. We talked a little bit about PIHRA Learn. This is only included in the PIHRA Premium benefit level. This is what I was telling you about in terms of creating a custom track for your employees. So say you have a customer service group or a manufacturing group, you can create custom tracks just for them. And you can, if you have 500 employees or 25 employees, all of them can utilize this system. I know that I have a couple of members who work for smaller nonprofits, and they thought this was excellent. They had been pricing different sorts of training for their employees, and this seemed to work best for them. And yeah, so I see there's a question. I'm trying to run quickly through the next couple of slides, but let me pause for a second with the question. For the webinars, are they registered for SHRM and HRCI credits? Great question. So if we are hosting a live webinar that's happening in the moment, most of those do have recertification credit, but the recorded ones do not. So that may be subject to change. You'll just have to kind of deal with that on a case-by-case basis. All right, so we have a career center. What I really like about the career center is that not only can you post a job for a discount, but also our members get, I think it's once or twice a month, the latest local HR jobs available, so that you have, you can be looking at those jobs and seeing what's comparable out there in the market with what you're doing. What else? We have, oh, this is a great resource. If your organization qualifies, you can get free customized employee training. So you'll get this in the email that I send you. You get member discounts with PayScale and Cal Chamber. And if you have any questions and we're not in the office, for example, please go to the member resources what is this called, menu tab on our website, and go to the website FAQs right here. And we've tried to list all instructions for all the things that we think you'll need, but if there's anything that's not on there or that you find is not helpful, let us know so we can revise it for you. If you're a SHRM member, let us know, and we'd be delighted to have you complete the PIHRA chapter designation form so that some of your SHRM membership can be reinvested back into PIHRA. You'll receive communications from us. Please don't unsubscribe. A lot of our emails will say, if you don't want to receive this anymore, check here. And that way it'll avoid our IP not to be looked at as spam. If you unsubscribe, that's what happens. So just let us know if you don't want to receive any of these. And you'll receive a contact list for all of our staff here. We'd be delighted to help you and want to be there for you. So contact us. And this is how you get a hold of us online through social media. So I see that there's a question. I'm running a little behind time. But the last thing I have is a trivia question for you. So let's see what this question is. Is it recommended to be both a SHRM and PIHRA member? Is one of the questions. And can you get a copy of the slides? So first, let me answer, yes, you're getting a copy of these slides immediately after this call. And I would like to answer the SHRM and PIHRA membership question. It's really up to you. It depends. And I'm a little over time. So what I'd do is contact you separately. If anyone else has the same question, let me know. But I will send you an email. I think that if you're local and you need local information, PIHRA is the best bet. I think that a lot of people do both, but I'll send you an offline email. Okay, so now for the trivia question. Who can tell me in what year PIHRA was established? First person to put in the chat box. Okay, I got an answer. Woo! The first person to answer was Sheila Oshner. Congratulations, Sheila. You're going to be receiving a PIHRA Pad Folio. Hopefully I pronounced your last name well. And thank you all for your time. This has been recorded, so I'm going to send you these notes, these slides. I'll reply to any outstanding questions. Reach out to me if there's something that you didn't get out of this. I want to make sure that you get everything you can from this and that you get what you want, like out of your career, out of your job today, and out of being a professional in HR. So have a great afternoon, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.